Meantime, neither President Biden nor Secretary of State Buttigieg have announced any plans to visit the disaster site. A new op-ed says that shows Democrats don't care about the little guy and, quote, rather than taking control of the situation, Biden and Buttigieg have been flipping those pathetic flyover rubes a massive bird. Joe Concha, Fox News contributor, media and politics columnist for The Hill. Joe, I talked to a woman on Friday in East Palestine who says, you know, Pete Buttigieg could really do himself a big favor by coming here, walking the ground, looking at the water, smelling the air, and kind of getting a feel for what this is like, and then he would have a different perspective. It might do him some good to do that, Joe.
Absolutely, Trace. I mean, Woody Allen once said that 90% of success is showing up, right? And given that this toxic derailment happened February 3rd, that's 2.5 weeks ago, in East Palestine, that resulted in, what, 4 kinds of cancer-causing chemicals being released into the air and water. And to this day, residents, as you just reported, they're still complaining about nausea and headaches, respiratory issues. The fact that it took the U.S. Transportation Secretary 10 days to even acknowledge it happened, to even make a statement about it, speaks volumes. And again, it begs the questions. Should Pete Buttigieg still be running this department? And should he have been nominated in the first place, given his complete lack of experience in this area? Because this is the same Buttigieg, remember, who took 2 months maternity leave while a supply chain crisis was exploding, and he didn't bother to announce he was doing so. This is the same Buttigieg who promised that commercial airline delays and cancellations would improve. He did it during an interview last summer, and then we watched a complete meltdown of the same industry over the holidays. It seems like he's all talk and no action, Trace, all foam and no beer.
Yeah, I called him Secretary of State. I did not mean to give him a promotion because I'm not quite his transportation secretary. Because the whole concept here, Joe, is, you know, you talk to the people on the ground there, and as Lucas showed us, you have a basketball coach saying, "Come on, let's move on, let's get back to work." But you have people that are there, and they're saying, "I want to leave, I'd like to leave, but I can't sell my home because nobody wants to buy my home." If a different city doesn't want to bring their basketball team to come in and play, a different person is not going to come in there and buy real estate right now in East Palestine.
Yeah, and that'll be an impression that stays with this poor town for a very long time. And boy, wouldn't it do wonders if the President of the United States, the head of the Department of Transportation, went there, sat down with residents, took a drink of water, and announced that, please, everything is fine. I think that would speak volumes. But the fact that they're staying away gives the exact opposite impression, Trace. Yeah.
Meantime, the Don Lemon drama not letting up. Speaking of bad PR, right? CNN executives putting him on ice for the holiday. They temporarily benched the anchor after he said 2024 Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley is, quoting, past her prime. Miranda Devine with her read on the situation. Bitter Don Lemon isn't sorry for sexist remarks and clearly doesn't like women. And Trey Gowdy with another take. Watch.
Ketanji Brown Jackson is older than Nikki Haley. He didn't say a word about her. Kamala Harris is older than Nikki Haley. It is one of the most profoundly stupid things that I have ever heard anyone say. It's gender bias. It's political bias. It's also stupid.
It is all those things, Joe.
Don Lemon is older than Nikki Haley, right? And I would say that, okay, I guess that means Don Lemon is past his prime, but you have to have a prime in the first place. Look, it's getting more difficult to imagine a scenario where Don Lemon is a permanent fixture on that morning show or even staying with the network at this point. Because remember, Trace, he didn't apologize because he felt remorse. He apologized because he was told to. And he did so while he was on the phone on the beach in Miami. He didn't even stick around to apologize to CNN staffers in person. No, by the way, he never apologized to Nikki Haley herself. Her name isn't mentioned. So it's abundantly clear that Don Lemon's massive ego can't handle sharing the stage with anyone. And the fact that CNN President Chris Licht thought it was a good idea to take his lowest rated primetime host and pair him with 2 others in the morning shows that perhaps Mr. Licht, the former showrunner for Stephen Colbert, is in way over his head in running this network. The numbers appear to prove that.
And lastly, Joe, there really is just nothing like paying $100 on Ticketmaster to go see a socialist senator badmouth capitalism. I mean, it's just so good. He was caught. Yeah. He was caught in the Ticketmaster thing. I want to play this and then get your reaction on the other side. Watch.
Okay.
Tickets for your tour apparently are selling for $95 on Ticketmaster, which is accused of anti-competitive behavior. Aren't you benefiting yourself from this system that you're trying to dismantle?
First of all, those decisions are made totally by the publisher and the bookseller. If you want to come, you're going to have to pay $40. I'll throw in the book for free. But I don't make a nickel out of these things at all.
But you're okay doing business with Ticketmaster?
No, not particularly. But that's, again, I have nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that. That's just those capitalistic ticket people. Joe, your final thoughts.
Who knew that Bernie Sanders, Trace, well into his 80s, was so nimble, given that answer? You got to love how he plays the victim here, throwing the publisher under the bus, saying he didn't know tickets would be sold on Ticketmaster. I recently wrote a best-selling book. I did a book tour. I can tell you from experience that you're not absolutely beholden to everything your publisher says you should do and go where you should be told. You do have the right to, say, maybe this will make me look like a complete and total hypocrite by selling $95 tickets and doing so on evil Ticketmaster to talk about the evils of capitalism. So kudos to Margaret Brennan there for actually calling him out.
My favorite line is this: do you support Ticketmaster? Not particularly. It's great stuff. Joe, thank you so much.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.